like go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot. No see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. I'm sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got...
Coach, thanks. We're about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and our home team. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Yeah, that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. This time, Roethlisberger will throw. He's going to fire one deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And this is complete. It's Allen. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10.
6 guys. Snickers. Hey, I want three. Check three.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards. Nothing fancy there. A little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
In your face. Alert. 55 is my guy. 55. Hey, Tank.
Throwing on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Switch. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's pick it up.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And this one is right down Broadway. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
He needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Gun.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Buying time to his left. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Shoot. 8.
From the red zone now, Newton. Caught here by Conley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Out of the gun, Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
Hey, man. Watch the group. Gun. Mark 55. Mark 55. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Hush him. Mark 55.
From the gun, here's Newton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Badgley able to punch this one through. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Casey Hayward. Johnson was the intended receiver.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Max 50. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy?
Newton now to throw. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Devin Bush in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Newton, and the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Hayward make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
It's going to be a long day. Double.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll make it 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And this one will be brought back to the 22. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Ready? 180. 49 to Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. play action. It's Roethlisberger. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Johnson, the intended target. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, LA! Keenan Allen, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
66. Coming after you.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
49's the mic. 49's the mic. Jack 16. 49's the mic.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And he whips that one incomplete there. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Mike's 49.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Mike, 49. I hope you brought the flag.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 33.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Complete. It's Johnson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
I don't even know why this team showed up. 50. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Hey. 50. 55. Mark 55. Watch your slant. Watch your slant. Hey, Haywood. Mike 55. Mike 55. Let's go, D. Big series.
On second and goal, Roethlisberger. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Throwing on second and 3, Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A final shot before the break. Newton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bud Dupree, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
8. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Let's go, let's go.
Third and long, it's Newton. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Safety's creeping. Kill, kill, kill. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Whip, 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 whip. No spacing.
Here's Pollard again. Got some room at the 30. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motive.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 45 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. That's complete to Jake Butt. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Like 30, Snickers, got spin. That's what I do. Hey! Motion. Hey, check right.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Go.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Ricky. Mike, 55.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Going deep here for Allen. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for L.A. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Deontay Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards that time.
And the Chargers.
Check 26, check 26.
This is Gordon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. It's Eckler again. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
This time, Roethlisberger will throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Alert. Check 43.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Kill. Easy. 5. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Check. Watch the safety creep. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Switch. Middle. I got you. Mark 55.
They'll run forward with Pollard. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the catch made by Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one... It's going to be a face mask. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Here's Pollard. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Ben to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert, 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 alert. 55. Right there in the middle. Got you, boy. I got you, boy. Mark 55.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the second time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
Check, ready, check, 55 to Mike. I got it.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Good night, everybody.